Half game out.
Since we're talking about guards, this is a better question.
Yeah.
Do James Harden and Chris Paul make it?
Oh, James Harden makes it.
James Harden.
That's not what I asked you.
And Chris Paul?
Well, Chris Paul is probably in the same place that Lou Williams is. What he has going for him is that they haven't really lost with Chris Paul in the lineup.
But that's my question, fool.
So he's in. I think he and Chris Paul and Lou Williams are almost in the same boat.
Would you answer my question then?
They both have to wait another about 2 weeks of basketball.
If you had to pick one.
Today?
Yeah.
Today I would go with Chris Paul.
Okay.
But in 2 weeks, if Lou's doing what they're doing and they get to the 7th spot, I'm going with Lou.
Or you talking about between Paul and Williams?
Just between those two.
Yes. Well, James Harden going to make it for sure.
Oh, I know, because you got some good guards.
But what about Damian Lillard and McCollum?
I know.
Yep.
When you got James Harden, you got Steph Curry.
Westbrook.
Yes.
You got Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
You got Jimmy Butler out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That wasn't
Klay Thomps's still in the West.
Oh, Lou Williams ain't going to make it.
Lou Williams ain't going to make it.
That's what
Paul ain't
I'm
going to make it.
And Damian Lillard's out there.
Yeah, and McCollum.
Too many guys.
American
Wait,
Express
they're going to
teammates.
get two now?
American Express teammates, former teammates. Blake Griffin, Chris Paul. Here's what they've done in the first half. 11 for Paul on 5 of 8
former
shooting.
team. That's funny.
Oh, yeah, former team. Blake Griffin's
That's one of those Alex things, isn't it?
Lou Williams has 16 to lead the Clippers. What'd you make of what you saw from L.A. in the first half there?
Well, I don't know if it's because Chris Paul has returned, but the Clippers, they got a lot of injuries. But that's
How do you like it when you tried to do a highlight and all you got is... I
got that from Chuck.
You didn't like it?
No, but Ernie's basically saying we do that to him every night.
No, I don't do it. Chuck do it. Chuck started. Chuck started and I finished it.
Here's what I get from you right when I'm sitting. So we go to the third quarter. Charles, I got a question for you. I said, okay, great. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
All right,
Go ahead. What you got?
I would say I like the
But anyway, Ernie, what I was trying to say was...
I like the All-Star.
Yeah, what I was trying to say too, Ernie, was...
I'm going to say Shaq. All right? Now, the return of the big man. Do you think that it's time to put the center back on the ballot?
I don't even know why they took it off. But yes, I would say yes. You got a lot of centers playing very well, but that's probably not going to happen because even though the centers are playing well, it's still primarily a perimeter game. A lot of guys shooting threes, including...
Is there a difference between numbers, and this is what I always say, there's a difference between numbers and winning numbers. There's a big difference.
No, we've had this conversation before because we always reward winning. And I always tell people there's guys who people think can play, but they're on a bad team.
Oh, well, give me some names.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, why not?
Because I'm not here to call.
Not here to
How about back in the day? Give guys back in the day that.
No.
Yeah, throw somebody back in the day under the
Some names.
No,
those some guy who's like 50.
You have to understand something.
Oliver
There's
Miller.
guys who average numbers because they're the best player on a bad team. So their numbers, like coaches say, well, I got to give it to him. We're not a good team, but he's my best player. So there's guys who get numbers. I always tell people this. Well, if you put guys on a team where they get less touches and they still make an impact on the game, that's who you know can really play.
Can really play.
Yes.
And my high school coach, the late great Jack Curran, used to say, Kenneth, there's a 17-point score on every team. What does your 17 points matter?
Thank you. Great. That's great.
And I was like, I get it. There's a 17-point score on every team in America.
This guy averaged 20 points a game in the NBA, can't play dead.
I know.
Yeah.
I've heard you say that before.
How many points you average?
Back with
25.
more.
But I averaged 30, though.
25, 28 in Philly a couple times.